G'day trendsetters. Before I kick off today's video, first a word from the video sponsor FSA Full Speed Ahead. FSA's AGX line of components is designed for your gravel cycling lifestyle and includes goodies such as this Gossamer Pro crankset with 4630 chain rings. I firmly believe this gear ratio is one of the better going for your 2x gravel bike, and I've never heard anyone say, gee, I wish I had bigger, harder gears to tackle any gravel course. With 4630 you get gears for rolling the flatter roads, and the 30, well, with the right cassette, you can climb some serious walls. The 13mm axle ensures this crankset works with just about any bottom bracket standard, and being of aluminium construction, it won't break the bank. Its MSRP is US $187. You can check it out and the rest of the AGX FSA lineup at fullspeedahead.com. Now it's time to crack on with the video. G'day trendsetters, I'm John with Gravel Cyclist, and I'm coming to you today with some content that's a little bit different from my norm. Namely, this is a follow-up video of sorts concerning my 2021 Chrysler Pacifica hybrid minivan. I posted a video about this vehicle late in 2021, so you might be interested in checking that out in the links below. Now the van is almost completely empty, barring of course the two bicycles directly behind me. Two complete bicycles, I might add, with their wheels removed. There is another pair of wheels for one of those respective bikes in the front seat. I'll talk about that more. But before I get into the meat of this video, some folks might ask me, what is this matting you've got here to cover the base of the car? This is a custom matting setup by Canvas Back. That's Canvas, B-A-C-K. This company did a custom cut, so to speak, for my particular van, ordered it online, they had it delivered, and it fit my van perfectly without any seats present. So, which takes me to the next point, this being a Chrysler Pacifica hybrid, battery for this car resides below the deck, I guess you could say. If you have your seats usually there, they have to be physically removed, whereas a regular Chrysler Pacifica, they're stow and go, and it takes just a couple of seconds really to deposit those seats into the floor. Likewise, the rear seats stow and go, and they also stow away very quickly, especially if you have the non-powered version like I do. This car camping solution is not obviously inclusive to just this vehicle. It's going to work pretty much with any minivan, but I desired a car camping type setup with my bicycles that didn't involve me building wooden structures and all that sort of crap that I had to then store in my garage and take up further space. Complete pain in the ass if you ask my opinion. So I wanted something really simple. Let's open the power side door. I love this functionality. So handy when you've got hands full. So here you can see I've got two bicycles loaded in, and this is what I call the sleeping position configuration. So it depends on how physically big the two bicycles are. The smaller bicycle is fitted towards the front of the car. Let me see it right there. And the larger of the two bicycles is positioned towards the back of the car. And I've got one pair of wheels here, and well, they're not in the view right now, but there's another pair of wheels stashed in the front of the car, but they can pretty much go anywhere if you desire. So as you can see, there's a ton of room for gear storage, and momentarily I'll bring out a futon fold-up mattress to place into the rear of the vehicle for the sleeping configuration. So here you go, trendsetters, the futon mattress deployed. Obviously it's very bright, teary and colourful. You're never going to lose this in the house anytime soon. And I'm about 5'11", and there is plenty of room for me to lay flat out horizontally on my side and so on, and a ton of room for my girlfriend as well. And obviously you can throw pillows, comforters, all sorts of stuff inside. And the front seat area, which I'll show you momentarily, is where you can put a lot of your gear when you're using the sleeping mode configuration. The driver's footwell area is where I like to store things such as a cooler, food for the trip, bike clothing, casual clothing, and so on. There's a ton of room here. I mean, plenty of nooks and crannies. Here's a pair of shoes under the seat. There you go. So no worries, you just have to get creative with your storage. And this perspective behind the first bicycle, you can see there's plenty of storage space for all manner of stuff. I like to utilize small bags so I can just whack them in between the various nooks and crannies and so on. And the passenger side of the vehicle, a ton of storage space down by the passenger footwell. And this is where I like to store my power solution, as I like to call it. This is a power inverter by EGO, but it also doubles as a modular battery system for more than just the inverter. These batteries are easily removed and can be recharged, etc. They also can power helpful garden tools such as a weed whacker, leaf blower, what have you. I utilize several products from this range by EGO, fantastic stuff, and I'll move the camera around in a second so you can see the outlets, etc. I'll link this in the description below. It's known as the EGO Nexus Power Station. There are 3 full-size plugs for household type equipment and also 4 USB ports. So power it on, and let's power on this handy fan that is plugged in at the very moment. So we turn on the outlets there, then there we go, nice fan to keep the van cool, some air circulating. And look at that, with the 4 batteries, and these are mostly charged, 23 hours of runtime, that's not too bad. That's with the fan running full blast. Obviously you can power different devices such as laptops. I run my laptop off this thing and charge your phone with these ports, etc. I have several other batteries available, so if this ever gets low on juice, unplug and just plug in another battery and it automatically boosts your runtime. Brilliant. Final part of my video is to show you how I drive the vehicle around with the bikes fully assembled and the gear in the front of the car, such as the power inverter and so on, out of the way for my passenger, my girlfriend in this case, and everything piled back here and this futon mattress folded up and so on. Let's get that knocked out. And here is ready to ride or post-ride mode. So I've got the futon folded up, you could fold it flat, whatever you desire, and the bicycles with everything installed, ready to go, wheels, pedals, etc. And they're back to back, no worries at all, and you can hold them in place. With the seat belt here, I find that's a good trick, just lash it around the brake lever in this case, and I've got padding between both bikes, so there's no rubbing and so on going on. And I would utilize the seat belt from the middle part of the vehicle to lash down the front end of this second bicycle here. And look at that, an absolute ton of room to store all sorts of gear whilst we're driving around the place and getting ready to go for our bike ride. And the front of the vehicle, ready for driving to your next destination, no whacking furries. The thing I love about this vehicle is the bicycles are always contained inside the vehicle, no matter your mode, so to speak. So if you're just driving around or if you're sleeping at night time, the bicycles are safely inside, out of the elements, and hopefully free of being stolen. And of course, when you're driving around to another destination, with the bicycles being inside, there's no need for a rack, so you therefore maintain your aerodynamic profile. And if you think I'm kidding about that sort of thing, throwing a rack on the back of a vehicle really does kill the miles per gallon. I had a Prius at one point in time and it added about 10 miles per gallon. I should say it took off about 10 miles per gallon off my miles per gallon. So I found historically this vehicle running on petrol only, I crack about 28 to 32 miles per gallon, which is fantastic for a full-sized and super comfortable minivan. And in full EV mode, I generally get about 35 to 38 miles on a charge. It is fantastic for driving around town, doing errands and so on. This really is a fantastic vehicle. So there you have it, my car camping slash minivan camping setup for a Chrysler Pacifica, namely the hybrid edition. And I will be exploring the use of air conditioning in this vehicle, assuming a full charge on the plug-in battery to keep things nice and cool during those summer months. As always, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the Gravel Cyclist YouTube channel for interesting content such as this. No bullshit gravel bike reviews, other product reviews, ride experience videos, and general madness, as all of it is released to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.